Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain using forEach method and Lambda expression for iterating through an array list elements in Java. Let me answer this in a practical way. There are several ways for iterating and retrieving and printing the elements of the array list in Java. One such way is the traditional for loop. Then we generally use for each loop. And also we use iterator method at iterator interface and its predefined methods. But there is another way. Here the question is being asked on that particular way where you can use for each loop, for each method. It's not a for each loop, it is a for each method, okay, of the list, and also a lambda expression combination. Okay, how to use this for each method of the array list and the lambda expression along with that to iterate through all the elements of the array list and get them printed in the output. Okay, for that we have to write this line, guys. Okay, object reference of the array list dot for each method we have to call. Inside that for each method, you have to pass this lambda expression as an argument. So that lambda expression, you already know about the lambda expression, right? It's nothing but a shortcut representation of a function. Let's say this curly braces that I have written here is a function body having some code. You can write one line, two line, up to you. Inside this curly braces, this is a body of the function. And to that body, you are passing an parameter. Okay. So it has a parameter and ELE is a parameter which is nothing but each and every element of this array list. Okay, that you are passing to this print statement and that will get printed. Okay, ELE and this will get printed. Okay, so with practical demonstration, I'm going to show that you will understand this statement. So I'm using for each and the lambda expression, which is a shortcut representation of a function. Instead of writing function in multiple lines, you can go with this kind of lambda expressions where you can pass this, you can get this parameter from the array list elements. For each and every array list element will be passed to this parameter, and that parameter is printed in this print statement. This is the body of the function, let's assume, which in a shortcut way, using the lambda expression I'm writing. And I'm passing that lambda expression thing as an argument for this for each method of the array list. Okay. With that way, we can achieve this iteration of each and every element of the array list using the for each method and lambda expression. Okay. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse ID and create a new class. I'll just create a new class. I'll just name this class as class 23. And with main method, I'm going to create. And here, I'm going to create an array list. Array list, a list is equal to new array list. Okay, put a semicolon. And hold the mouse on this array list and import this array list from java.util package. Less than greater than symbols. And here hover the mouse on this array list and already it's imported. Here you put some integer object or whatever the object type of elements that you want to add to the array list. Then you mention a list dot add of 9. Then a list dot add of 5. Then a list dot add of let's say 7. Okay. A list dot add of 7. Okay. A list dot add of 9, a list dot add of 5, a list dot add of 7. Okay. Now, what I will do here is, here, I'll call that method, okay, that I was talking about in this question, right? For each method, using this object reference, a list dot for each, a list dot for each, and inside this method, I'm going to write down, okay, I'm going to pass a lambda expression. How to write the lambda expression? Here I can write something. I'll provide the curly braces. In that, I'll provide the parameter of a particular function. It is a shortcut representation of function. Lambda expression is nothing but here I can say ELE or element or EAI, whatever you want. Okay, some name you give. I'll give E, let's say. It will look very simple and straightforward, right? E for element, let's assume. And here provide that lambda expression syntaxing. Here, this is a parameter of the lambda expression and this is a symbol of the lambda expression syntax. And here, I'll provide the curly braces. So inside this curly braces, the body is function body. This is a function body where you can write any number of statements. So one statement only I'll write, that is system dot out dot println println, put a semicolon here at the end of the println statement, and here print this parameter. Whatever the parameter of the function is there, that parameter only you print out. This is a lambda expression. For each and every element, okay, for each and every element in this array list will be passed as an argument to this parameter, and that parameter value will be printed in the body of this lambda expression function, shortcut representation of the function. That way, right, with the help of this for each method and lambda expression, we can print all the elements of this array list. You see, 957. There's another way of iterating through this array list elements and printing them out, 957. Okay, so another thing here is, here when you have 0 parameters, generally it's mandatory in lambda expressions to provide the circular brackets. But when you have a single parameter, it's not compulsory to provide this surrounding circular brackets. We can make it even more simple. Okay, in the lambda expression, this argument that I'm passing is nothing but a lambda expression for this for each method. Okay, the parameter, if there is single parameter, at least a single parameter is there, okay, then you don't have to surround that with circular brackets, not compulsory. If you don't have any parameters, then it's compulsory to provide empty circular brackets, and it's optional. When you have more than 0 parameters, then it's optional to provide the circular brackets here. Since I would like to make it simple, I'll just remove the circular brackets and this will stay. And here, how many statements are there in this curly braces? Only one statement. Okay. If you have more than one statement, then curly braces are required. Otherwise, they are optional. In the lambda expression, inside this curly braces, if more than one statement, okay, are there, then curly braces are required. Since only one statement is there, I'll remove the curly braces, and also I've removed the semicolon because there are not multiple statements. To differentiate this statement from another statement, we have to end this statement with semicolon. And also one statement is there, so curly braces are not required. This will simplify the things. Okay. Now run the code and observe that you will get the same output. So this way you can iterate through the elements of array list. Okay, by using for each method and lambda expression. And this is a simplified lambda expression, guys. Okay. So hope guys, with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.